It's the 52-week Coleman challenge. This is week 51, and this week's challenge is singles only. So that's 1 protein, 1 vegetable, and 1 starch. So today we're going to make pot roast. Alright, here is my small Dutch oven and some London broil. I don't actually have a pot roast. This is London broil. This is actually moose meat that my dad shot. And moose meat's actually a lot more tender than beef, so it probably doesn't need to be pot roasted, but I really like a good pot roast, so I'm just gonna toss a bunch of that in there. This is rosemary. I was given this for a Christmas present, so we'll take a handful of this. Rosemary is kind of my go-to spice, especially for something slow cooked. So a big bunch of rosemary. Got some potatoes. We'll just tuck them in beside the meat. And then a bunch of carrots. Carrots are my vegetable. Potatoes are a starch. And we're going to bring things up pretty warm to start, and like we did with the barbecue, we'll turn it down later on. Just wanted to show you that we're getting into the right sort of thing. We've got lovely steam coming out. The smell is wonderful. We're going to let that cook like that, cook hot for about 5 minutes, and then we'll turn it down. 5 minutes is up. Got a good boil going on inside. Again, the smell is lovely. And now we're going to turn it down, and on a 502, you actually use the tip cleaner for this. There we go. Down to a good simmer. And of course we'll have to check that a couple times during cooking. Right, it's been closer to 2.5 hours. Let's see what we've got here. One of the problems with doing this on a 502 is that you can't really simmer as well as you'd like. So those potatoes are done, yep. There wasn't really as much moisture as I would have liked either. Ooh, that's done for sure. It comes apart like that, it's pot roast. It doesn't look like much, but let's give it a taste test here. The meat is dry. That's terrible. Whew. Not my best effort. So, what have we learned? Gotta add some moisture. A lot of the pot roast recipes give you that bag, so you can cook the pot roast inside a bag. That keeps all the moisture in the pot roast, doesn't let it dry out. 2, I should have added some water. 3, it needed more fat. Moose is a really lean meat. I completely forgot about that. Dries out way too fast. Totally unacceptable for this recipe. 4, the 502 is not a very good choice, and I was just trying to use a single, and the problem with singles is they tend to not simmer well. I actually had the stove go out somewhere in the first hour, and I found it because of the smell. So probably the 502 was not a great choice. This actually might have been a good job for the butterfly stove. I didn't think of it before. It's got even less heating power than the 502 does. Anyway, that's week 51 down. We're in the home stretch. We'll see you next week.